Hello, Alice here today, and it's the closing of the 15th of October. I am filming this on the 14th. I'm not supposed to have any transactions tomorrow. First, because I have lunch ready. Second, because I will have breakfast before I leave. So I'm not supposed to use my card. I won't be taking it, and I won't be taking my wallet because I will not use anything that's available in my wallet for tomorrow. So no spending. And yeah, so before I begin this closing, thank you, and blessings to you guys. This community is awesome. I have new subscribers, 1, and 2, my watch hours are getting better. Thank you. And I'm glad, and I hope you guys enjoy. This does keep me held accountable, 1, and it motivates me to continue. I know the budgeting works. I know I have to change. This is a change your lifestyle. First, obviously, when you begin, it's a sacrifice because you're sacrificing a few things until you get a hold of your budget, right? You also have to control your spending until you figure out how to do this. There are different types of budgets. Check them out. I do a zero-based budget. I have a buffer in my first account. I had in my second account, but I transferred an amount to a high savings account. And yeah, because it was sitting there in the bank. But if in case I need it, I can pull it out. It has no restrictions or anything on it. It does take 3 to 5 days to clear, so in order for me to make the transfer, but hey, you know, it is what it is. And yeah, at least it's not just sitting in my checking account doing nothing. So I did that last week, and yeah, if this is something that you like, all you have to do is like, subscribe, activate that bell, come and join me. I am a low budgeter, low income. I do savings challenges, sinking funds. I do my budget, and I will be incorporating my calendars, or my budget with me, as you call it in this community. So I'll be doing that for November. I have already done the calendar, and yeah, because this is the second week of October, so I try to move ahead, since sometimes I have extra hours and it's very complicated for me to film. But nonetheless, let's continue with this budget. And now, without further ado, I did this version in Spanish already. So this was recorded in Spanish and done in Spanish. Now it's just already laid out for you, so I'll discuss it with you guys. I am trying to get a hold again of using my color coordinating categories. It does spice up my worksheets, and yeah, so I'm doing that again. I also purchased, I don't know if you guys know, but I purchased my budget for 2025, my budget workbook, and I love the Budget Mom budget by paycheck workbook. I love that. I started budgeting with that, and I've tried a couple that you guys, if you saw for the previous 3 years, you guys know that I've used a couple, but I return back to the budget mom. And hopefully I'll do that to a T, hopefully, right? So yeah, now back to the budget. I always chat too much. But anyway, if you saw my previous video, my closeout for the 8th, you know that my rollover for that week, for this starting week, was $2,440.61. The only thing that I received for income this week was for my extra hours, which were 80. My utilities came in, the half of the utilities came in on the 8th, so that came out in the other budget. But that's how come you don't see it here, because it already was accounted for on the 8th. The bill did come out. So when I tally up what I have for this week, my total income, that comes out to $2,520.61. Then I proceed to add it to the area where it corresponds. For my bills, I have electricity, I have my rent, and I have my 2 medical plans. This is medical health plan and my dental plan that came out, and that added up to $911.99 for my bills. I wrote that where it corresponds. Then I proceed to check out my savings. I did pull out $9 for my savings. When I transferred, you see for my high savings account, $1.10. When I transferred my rent, in order to pay my rent, because a person is in the United States, or not the person, my family members, because this is the rent for the home that I'm living in, and it's an inheritance. So since I'm living in it, I have to pay rent until the process is completed. So when I transferred that, I think there was a balance on my calculator, and it was a $1.10. So when I did the calculations, I just transferred immediately. And yeah, that's the $1.10 that's in my high savings account that was deposited on the 10th. So that turned out to be, for my savings this week, $10.10. $9 I pulled out. This is for my savings challenges. Yeah, it's all busted, but I love it. I don't want to get rid of it. And I don't want to make one. So I have $9 for my savings challenges. This is for the end of October. I'm grateful that it's $9. Hey, you know, it's okay. At least it's something, right? Every dollar counts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for my challenges. So that's good. Yeah, my busted envelope. Love my busted envelope. I like my peekaboo envelope. Don't want to get rid of it. Yeah. No debt payments for this week. Now, yay, we finally get to see action in my wallet. Yay! Though there are certain categories, or the majority of the categories, were cashless. Cashless meaning I left it in the bank. I'm trying to transition from cash to cashless. So I'm trying to do this. So eventually I will end up using prop money. Totally. I'm hoping that I do get a hold of it so I can do it that way. So yeah, that's what I'm striving for. So my spending for this week, I budgeted $186 for lunch, tips, gas, groceries, for my home, for Thai, my personal use, for coffee and tea, which I have to beef this up because I'm buying tea. Yeah, I'm buying tea. They're so good though. For snacks, night out, for fun and entertainment, for Princess Mia, self-care, medication, and miscellaneous. Those are my cash wallet categories. I did, even though I'm cashless, I did write down the cash. Okay, excuse me. Cashless, what I deposited, $10, but I spent $24.15, so that would be like I overspent $14.15 from this category. I do, yeah, you know what, the budget mom last week, she scolded me, and she didn't know she was scolding me, but she scolded me because I do this, and it's wrong. If you budget a certain amount in a certain category, once that category is used up, you should not dip your fingers in any other category. And I tend to do that. But even though I tend to do that, I do put where I spent in the correct category. So I'm not totally wrong, but I'm not right either. So you should not dip your hands in another envelope, because you're supposed to budget what you need. And if you need to make adjustments, you have to make the adjustments, or simply once you use up what you have in your category, do not use another envelope or another category to fulfill what you shouldn't be using. Okay? That means you just have to make an adjustment to what you're taking out or pulling out, and see where you can make that adjustment so you won't dip your hands in any envelope. Okay? It shouldn't be done. And thank you, Kamiko. I needed that. I needed to be scolded on that. She's probably saying, I did not scold you. But yeah, you know, como decimos en España, you pulled my ear. Like, don't you ever dare do that again. So, well, let's continue. And I overspent in my lunch category. For tips, I did not use anything. For gasoline, that's in my wallet. I did not use anything. Groceries, this is cashless. This is in the bank account. For my home, $25. It's in the envelope. I should, like I did it in Spanish in the video. Okay, yeah. So for my lunches, there's nothing there. I overspent. For my tips, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I also use the calculator so you guys can see how much I have remaining in my wallet. So for my tips, I have 5. Nothing there, so that won't happen. Yeah, perfect. Gasoline, I have 20. Groceries, that's cashless. I wrote down cashless and how much I have available. If I go to Walmart or to the supermarket, I would use my ATM and I would come home and write it here and save my receipts here, so then I can scan to the app and also write down correctly and write it in my budget planner. For my home, I have 25. For my tie, I took out this week 5. Like the envelopes, they're new. They were done by none other than I. Yeah, I wanted to have it according to the season. So, and I love October, and I love September, October, November, and December. Those are my favorite time of the year. I guess it's because of the holidays. Yeah, I have a family member that the birthday is in October. And nothing here, nothing in my coffee envelope, nothing in my snacks. I also overspent in that category. Night out, nothing. For my fun and entertainment, it is so cute, isn't it? Nothing. For Princess Mia, we have 15. So far we have $70. For my self-care, that's cashless. See, the majority of the transactions that I had, I left in the bank to make it easier, first to use. Second, once that's used, I can't dip into these envelopes. So I'm trying to do the transition, trying to behave. For medication, I have $10. And there you have a total of $80 that's remaining in my wallet. Okay. Miscellaneous, nothing. So that's what I have for my rollover for the 16th in my wallet, $80. I have it written here. So that means that I spent a total of $66.15 for this week. $36 was cash spent, and $30.15 was my overspent. I used ATM for a total of $66.15. That's my envelope, my total envelope spending that you see here. Once that is all calculated, I can come to the beginning of the budget for the week and I can start subtracting from my total income. My total income was $2,520.61. I had a long weekend. What did I do? Basically, you guys posted so many this community posted so many videos. I can't keep up with them. I really try. But there's like so many. Yeah, so I'll be commuting and watching the videos, and at work, at lunch, I'll be watching more videos, and I'm really trying to keep up with you guys. Minus my total bills, leaving me with $1,608.62. My envelope spending, or my variable spending, $66.15. Then I have $1,542.47. You guys see it? It's the glare of... Okay, much better, right? For my savings, 10. Ooh, forgot the 10. I have $1,532.37, and that is my rollover. How do I verify? I go to my accounts, I see what's available. I will be doing changes. My buffer, I add to my budget, and I almost messed up my budget because I was going to do certain transactions before they're due. And when I realized what I was doing, I said, oh my God, that's not due this week. And I almost used my buffer. So what I decided to do with that buffer is I am not going to include it in my upcoming week that begins on the 16th, 2 more days. Why? Because of what I just explained. I almost used it, and when I realized what I was going to do, I was like, oh my God, wait, I got to do something that I can keep up with it, but not include it in the budget. So there I have a note to myself. The buffer is $701.24. This is the amount to pay the loan, the personal loan. This is not ever to be used or touched or budgeted, because this is just in case I cannot pay this loan for the upcoming month. I have that buffer until I get paid. Okay, so will this buffer be going up? Hopefully I can start stuffing so that buffer could be higher. Remember, we have to be first a month ahead, then 3 months ahead, then 5 months ahead, up to a year. Hopefully, right? We're striving to live better with what we have. So we're preparing for any oops or any situation that occurs that's unfortunate. Okay, that's what we're striving for. So when I went to the bank and I verified, my balance was exactly the same thing as I have in my worksheets. So this week worked out perfectly, even though we had spending. Yay! Cash wallet, I have $80. Cashless, I have $70. This is $50 for my groceries and $20 for my self-care. That's the $70 in the bank. My first account I have available as of today, $1,112.91. In my second account, I have $269.46. Now, the $1,112.91 is the one where I have this big buffer, this payment to the loan available, right? But when I transcribe the balance for the upcoming week, I will be using $411.47. This is the actual balance that I have to budget. Okay, let me show you. In my first account, $1,112.91. Oh my gosh, 1,112. There, correct. Minus the buffer, $411.67. I hope I explained this correctly. I just don't want to mess up my budget, and I think this will work for me so much better. You know, you got to do what you got to do in order to make things much better for you and easier for you. So when I transcribed what is available, I should write down the $80 because that's what's available in my wallet. And the budget that I have in my first, oops, you know what I forgot to put? The second account. Alice plus 269.46. Okay, so the balance correct is, I should fix it now because I know I will forget, and then I will kick myself in the tushy because I didn't write it. So basically, what I have here is my first and my second account, and I have the total with the buffer, but I will be using my actual, what I can use in the budget. So obviously this is not correct, but I am correcting it. Let me make sure. We have $1,112.91 minus $701.24. That's $411.67. And in my second account, I have $269.46 available. That's where I keep my sinking funds for a buffer and for my car insurance. As soon as that pops up, which is coming up in November 1st, I transfer back to this account, which is the account I use to pay my bills. So we have $681.13 plus what we have in the wallet plus 80. So my starting balance for this, for the 16th is the actual $831.13. I only guesstimated 480, right? That's what I guesstimated. So it's, there you have it. This is what I am going to start with. I already verified worst case scenario my income. Other income that's supposed to come in is for my water utility, which I already scheduled, and I budgeted 180 and it came out to be 168.16. So that's a plus for me. Challenges, I'm hoping I can pull out for my challenges, and I will be paying my MasterCard, which is due on the 17th, and I always go directly and pay that. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching and staying till the end. I appreciate it. Thank you for those new subscribers. And I do budgeting, sinking funds, savings challenges. I will be doing budget with me's, and I will be preparing the calendar and my full week. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, activate that bell, come and join me. Until next time. Bye. Adios.